Lying just across the strait from Malmö in Sweden, Copenhagen's history and culture are intricately linked with that of the water all around it. Over the centuries, its strategic location has seen the sleepy fishing village slowly turn into the cool, sophisticated, and happening capital it is today. Its main attraction and most recognizable site, however, is still its 17th century waterfront. Lined with colorful townhouses, the canal harbors lots of historic wooden ships with lively cafes and outdoor terraces dotting its shores. From here, you can take great sightseeing cruises around the scenic canals that lie nearby. Istria. Located in northwest Croatia, the beautiful triangular peninsula of Istria is bordered on three sides by the glittering Adriatic Sea. A wonderful place to visit, it offers a diverse array of landscapes, towns, and activities to enjoy. Istria's rocky coastline is punctuated with pebbled beaches and charming seaside towns, such as Pula and Rovinj, which are full of winding cobbled alleys, Venetian churches, and Roman temples. The interior of the peninsula is decked with mountains, gentle hills, and peaceful farmland. The picturesque countryside is perfect for hiking or cycling, while the sparkling waters lapping at the scenic shoreline offer plenty of water sports. Bruges. Picture-perfect Bruges' medieval streets are dreamy to explore. Its delightful cobbled streets give way to cafe-lined squares and meandering canals as ancient church spires tower over everything. One of the most scenic places in Europe, it is nicknamed the Venice of the North and is the most popular city to visit in Belgium. While it is undoubtedly lovely, it can get overcrowded with tourists, so it's best to try and visit midweek if possible. Wandering around this charming city, you'll find atmospheric bars and cafes hidden away amongst its alleys, perfect for sampling some of Belgium's fantastic beers. Belgrade. The capital of Serbia, Belgrade has a long history which involves not only Romans and Slavic tribes, but also Ottomans and Habsburg royals. In most recent times, it was the capital of Yugoslavia. A proud, bold city, Belgrade has an eclectic energy all its own, with Soviet blocks next to Golden Age Art Nouveau buildings. It's also a lively place to be, and one of the most hip capitals in Eastern Europe. Spend time sipping coffee in quirky cafes, stroll along the pedestrianized boulevard, and hit up one of the packed bars in the Riverside Quarter. Vatnajökull National Park. Home to the largest glacier in Europe, the Vatnajökull National Park is so vast it encompasses around 14% of the country. Divided into 4 separately managed territories, the park's most frequently visited section is the southern territory of Skaftafell, where trails lead you past blue-tinted glacier tongues and waterfalls. Hardy adventurers can climb the Vatnajökull Glacier or explore a long row of volcanic craters. The park has a wealth of easily accessible features too, including the powerful Dettifoss, a waterfall famous for the sheer volume of water that cascades over its rim. Andalusia. Covering Spain's southern part, Andalusia is a fascinating region of the country to visit. It is home to breathtaking landscapes, beautiful Moorish architecture, and a wealth of marvelous historical landmarks. Here, you'll find the magnificent Sierra Nevada range, arid desert scenery, and the glorious beaches along the Costa del Sol. As the region used to be ruled by the Moors and the Romans, there are loads of historic towns boasting everything from old medieval cities and crumbling fortresses to massive cathedrals and awe-inspiring palaces. Additionally, the magnificent Moorish architecture at the Alhambra in Granada really is a must-see when in the region. Venice. Venice is for romantics who love gliding through the Grand Canal with a gondolier singing Italian love songs. This is, after all, the city that sent Marco Polo off on his journey to China. Start your exploration of Venice at San Marco Square, the city's most famous square. Here you'll find the Doge's Palace, the seat of Venetian government, and St. Mark's Basilica, the main church in Venice with stunning views from the tower. Venice also is famous for its bridges along the canals. Transylvania. The central Romanian region of Transylvania is synonymous with stories of Dracula and bloodthirsty vampires. Whilst not entirely true, the area is mythical in terms of its natural beauty. Bordered by the Carpathian Mountains, visiting Transylvania is like being transported into a slow-paced medieval world. The countryside abounds with quaint villages, and local life between pastures and swaths of hills blanketed by trees. There are many historic fortresses built by medieval German settlers, including the famous Bran Castle. These daunting spires make up what is popularly known as Dracula's Castle. London. No superlative is too great when it comes to describing London, the capital of England and the United Kingdom. This bustling city is history personified, from Westminster Abbey to Buckingham Palace. Be sure to watch the changing of the guards. Shopping, from Knightsbridge to Carnaby Street, is a must-see, as is riding a double-decker bus and the Tube, or subway, where one is constantly reminded to mind the gap. London is also famous for live theater. Be sure to stop in at a local pub for a pint after a performance. Bavaria. Bavaria is the southern German region with a culture all of its own. In fact, many of Bavaria's traditions and much of its cuisine are often conflated with Germany as a whole. Beer halls, bratwurst, and that typical Bavarian architecture that makes everything feel as though it's from a fairy tale. And in some ways, it really is like a fairy tale, with its lofty mystical mountains, lush green valleys studded with forests, serene mirror-like lakes as big as seas, and simply relaxing in hill towns such as San Gimignano, or exploring Renaissance art in Florence. The medieval city of Siena also offers excellent works of art, while its historical center is one of the most popular places to visit in Italy. Elba, the largest of several Tuscan islands, offers great beaches, while Pisa is world famous for its Leaning Tower. Located in northeastern Spain, Barcelona is one of the country's top travel destinations because it offers everything tourists look for in a European city, from historic architecture to lively shopping and buzzing nightlife. Unique to Barcelona are the architectural marvels of Spain's famous architect Antoni Gaudí, which include the Casa Patillo and the famous Sagrada Familia Church. Both of these extraordinary structures feature combinations of fascinating designs, shapes, and colors. Popular activities in Barcelona include strolling along Rambla, a tree-lined pedestrian avenue, and sunbathing on Barceloneta, one of the city's most popular beaches. Fjords of Norway. One of the top reasons many people travel to Norway is to see its majestic fjords. Shaped by glaciers over an incomprehensibly long 2.5 million years or so, the towering U-shaped valleys and their carved cliffs create a stunning landscape that's almost too huge to take in. Norway boasts over 1,000 fjords, only a portion of which are visited en masse, meaning it's still possible to find a slice of solitude. Taking a cruise ship is a great way to see the soaring walls of the fjords as the boat glides on the waters. Alternatively, hiking atop the fjords offers a bird's-eye view of the incredible landscape. Paris. With some of the most recognizable monuments in the world, Paris is a must-see city to visit. Songs laud Paris in the springtime, but any time of year is a good time to visit this riveting city on the River Seine. It's a city loaded to the brim with history, culture, great food, and high fashion. The iconic Eiffel Tower is one landmark you won't want to miss. Its great churches include the Sacred Heart and Notre Dame. When it comes to opulence, there's Versailles with its famed Hall of Mirrors, while the Louvre houses one of the greatest art collections in the world. Dubrovnik. Set in the south of Croatia on the Adriatic Sea, Dubrovnik is famous for its old town. This walled medieval town was shelled in 1991 during the Balkan Wars, but has been restored to its former glory. Take a walk along the old city walls and be beguiled by the Baroque buildings, or enjoy a lazy afternoon at street-side restaurants, soaking up the splendor of the city. The Old Town has also gained popularity for being the filming location of Game of Thrones and Star Wars, which just goes to show what an iconic place the old walled city is. Swiss Alps. East of Lake Geneva lies the Grand Alpine heart of Switzerland, a massively impressive region of classic Swiss scenery, high peaks, sheer valleys, and cool lakes. The Bernese Oberland, centered on the Jungfrau region, is the most accessible and touristed area. Wherever you go in this region, you are greeted with towering mountains and alpine valleys, and there are also some impressive glaciers. Consequently, hiking, rock climbing, and skiing are all very popular activities here. Beyond this first Great Wall of Peaks is another, even more daunting range on the Italian border, in which the Matterhorn is the star attraction. The Cyclades. Lying in the southern part of the Aegean Sea, the Cyclades are considered some of the most beautiful islands in the world. Mountains, white cubistic villages, and black and golden sand beaches combine to make the islands picture postcard perfect. Although the iconic islands of Santorini and Mykonos are justifiably the main draws, there are loads of other great destinations to discover. Since the entire world have discovered the Cyclade Islands, they tend to be very crowded with visitors, especially in high summer. But most people feel the island's attractions are worth putting up with the crowds. Rome. Formerly the capital of the Roman Empire, Rome today is the government seat and capital city of Italy. Located in the country's central region of Lazio, Rome is a vast and complex city that is both historic and modern at the same time. Best known for housing ancient Roman structures and the Vatican City, Rome has endured for more than 2,500 years as an important center for culture, power, and religion. From ancient romantic plazas to stunning cathedrals and Renaissance architecture, there is so much to see and do in Rome that it could take months or even years to see it all.